Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're looking at the Mattel Jokerized Batman. This is part of the DC 6-inch core basic premiere line. I got this guy Big Bad Toy Store, he's part of Series 2, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, we have the DC logo. Glow-in-the-dark accessories, Jokerized Batman, the barcode by Mattel. Here he is in the package. We have a bunch of accessories behind him, and Jokerized masks for the rest of Series 2. On the back, here's the Jokerized Batman post up, here's the rest of Series 2, and the barcode. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. He has 3 different Jokerized masks for Superman, Batman, and John Stewart. And then he also has Kryptonite time bombs, 5 batarangs, 2 handcuffs, spiked boxing glove, and 3 small canisters of kryptonite-infused Joker venom. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out this figure. So, this is the Jokerized Batman. This is basically Batman infected with Joker toxin, and he's turned villain. Now, I find it very interesting that Mattel is leading off with a Jokerized figure, as that's what so many people complain about McFarlane making these Jokerized variants, etc., etc. And here's Mattel embracing and starting out with that. In fact, the entire 2 waves are sort of themed with the Jokerized gimmick, as they're alternate masks for each and every one of the figures. So let's take a closer look. Now, starting with his head. He's got a traditional Batman head, semi-long ears, but he has green eyes and this big, giant smile. So it looks like it's a brand new head for this guy. As we go further down, the bat suit is done in purple, with a green bat symbol. Some green stitching on the arms and legs. Single jointed elbow, double jointed knees. His cape drapes down, there's a hole in his back for a backpack, and his cape is tattered at the bottom. Nice little effect. And it looks like it's done on the same base body as Batman, but, of course, he is Jokerized. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. That smile is just enormous, and it screams a Joker-Batman hybrid. We've definitely seen that before. Looks pretty cool. Looks creepy. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off by taking all these newer accessories out of the plastic holder. So here are those accessories. We have a kryptonite bomb at the top, a punching glove, then we have 2 Batman handcuffs, 5 batarangs, and 3 kryptonite-infused Joker toxin grenades. Let's go and check them out with Batman. In addition to that, these things glow in the dark. Here's a look at these accessories glowing in the dark, and there are no pieces on the Jokerized Batman or the Jokerized masks that glow in the dark. Just these accessories. Here's Batman holding on to that kryptonite bomb. Here's Batman holding on to that spiked boxing glove. Here's Batman holding on to those Joker toxin kryptonite-infused grenades. Whether you're Batman or Superman, you want to stay away from this guy. Here's a look at Batman holding on to that first type of batarang. He has 3 of this type. And then here, holding on to the other type of batarang. He has 2 of these, and I think this one looks better than the other one. And then here he is, putting one of our heroes, Robin, in the bat handcuffs. Now we have these masks. We have Jokerized looks for Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern. The description says these are mind control masks, but I like to think it's just sort of Jokerized version of Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, as if they are infected by the Joker toxin themselves. Of course, we also have the Jokerized masks from Wave 1, kind of giving you a consistent theme between the 2 waves. Jokerized. Here's a look at these 3 figures from Wave 2 with their Jokerized or mind control masks on. And then here would be all 6 of these figures with the Jokerized masks on. Now let's talk about his belt. Batman here has a utility belt, and it's actually removable. It's actually a pretty cool feature. Take the belt, just sort of unclamp it on the front, and you can completely remove it. You can take that belt, just sort of shut it, and you could have it like Batman was captured and someone took his utility belt off, but of course it's the Jokerized Batman, so maybe he has his own sort of Jokerized utility belt with all kind of weird, crazy contraptions. But it is a pretty cool option. You could swap out the belt with other Batman figures if they have different kinds. And if you want to, you can take some of his accessories and stow them away onto the back of his belt, which I think is actually a really cool idea. Having the accessories sort of stowed away, Batman can reach behind him, grab a batarang, and throw it. Well, the problem is, the accessories are way too big and look ridiculous on his belt here. So it's a cool idea, but done in a poor way. Now to look at the reuse differences and similarities between this Jokerized Batman and the Wave 1 blue and gray Batman. And they are 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, different paint job, and a different head. So let's take a closer look. Now, as you can see, the heads are a little bit different. Big Joker smile is what gives it away. Now if you look further down, the torso, the arms, it's all the same. He has that stitching, but it's just simply painted on. The fins, little sort of lines on the legs, the different sort of texturing pieces here. Everything's the same except for the head, the cape, I guess the belt is a little bit different, and of course, the paint job. We now have 6 Batman figures using the same exact base body. And I don't even have the Bane pack yet, then we'll have a 7th. That is 7 Batman figures with the exact same base body in the first 6 weeks of this line. People complain about McFarlane reusing too many different same bodies. Well, be careful what you wish for. And now that I'm taking a pretty good look at the figure and its accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.5 inches tall, which can translate to around 16.5 centimeters. And if you go at the top of the ears, about 6.7 inches tall. And for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. He can look up about that far, down about that much. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes up about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He has a single jointed elbow. Comes in more than 90 degrees with rotation. His wrists can rotate and they are hinged. Torso is one solid piece. Traditional waist swivel. Legs completed splits. Ball joints. They go forward about that far. Back not much. He's got a thigh cut. Double jointed knees. There's a boot cut with minimal rotation, and that's what we got. The most notable omissions are going to be an ab crunch and double jointed elbows. But consider this is a $13 basic figure. I think it's fantastic articulation for that price point, and I'm sure the premium guys will have quite a bit more. Here's a look at the Jokerized Batman, presenting his entire Jokerized army. Now let's check them out. Next is some of their action figures, starting off with some of their Jokerized Batman figures. Here's this Mattel Jokerized Batman, next to all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Jokerized Batman figures they've made, and they have made 7 of them. And here's McFarlane's entire Jokerized collection. I believe there is still going to be one more before the line ends, although they seem to be running out of time real quick. Here he is, next to McFarlane's Infected Batman, which is very similar to this Jokerized Batman. Then, next to the Batman Who Laughs. This is what the Jokerized Batman turns into most of the time. Now let's check him out, next to some other Mattel DC Premier Core figures. Here he is, next to the rest of his wave. This is the second wave of regular basic figures. We have Stealth Suit Batman, Jokerized Batman, Superman, and John Stewart Green Lantern. Now, Wave 3 should be just around the corner. We don't really know who's going to be in Wave 3. Maybe they'll show us at San Diego Comic-Con. Maybe they won't. But we do know that Deathstroke's going to be in there. He's the only one we know for sure. Only one we've seen so far. And then here he is with Wave 1. Batman, Robin, the Joker, and the Flash. And here he is with all the Jokerized varieties from Series 1 and 2. I do kind of wonder if they're going to continue this theme with Series 3, and I kind of doubt it. We have Joker anchoring the first Jokerized wave, Jokerized Batman anchoring the second wave, and they'd have to have another Jokerized character to anchor the third wave, which wouldn't be that hard. They could easily give us like a Black Tux Joker, or another Jokerized character of some sort. Here's this Batman, next to the red and black suit Robin that came with a motorcycle. Then, with the Batman, Mr. Freeze, and Hal Jordan 3-pack. Next, with the Batman vs. Clayface 2-pack. And now, with the Batman vs. Killer Croc 2-pack. And finally, with Batman in his mech suit and Superman. These are part of the Action Feature Talking Heroes subline. Now, I have pretty much everything Mattel's to offer, except I still need the Bane 3-pack. I ordered that thing on Amazon about 2 weeks ago, and it still hasn't shipped. Now let's check them out. Next is some action figures from different various companies. So we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Mattel DC figure, they are typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the smaller action figure lines I collect, and then work my way larger. But first, let's check him out with some of his Mattel brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, 4 of which are older Mattel DC figures, one of which is the new kind. They blend in pretty well together. And now, with some Jazz Wars Fortnite figures and SH Figure Arts action figures. Here's this Jokerized Batman, next to some Sour Candy. And here he is, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends and Mafex figures. Then, with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and NECA figures. Next, with some DC Direct and McFarlane toys. And finally, with some Diamond Select toys and Jack-specific wrestling figures. So overall, it's a cool Jokerized Batman figure. But what the hell is Mattel doing? Everyone complains so much about the Jokerized McFarlane stuff, and then Mattel's making literally inferior Jokerized items. I do kind of appreciate the gimmick. You get all these different sort of faces or masks that can go with the other figures, and it really doesn't cost you anything extra. So, you already have the figure. You have these Jokerized masks that you can or don't have to use. So it's handled very well from that point of view, but the masks could be done better. Now, this Jokerized Batman has a really cool face. That mouth is done very well. I like the purple outfit, the green sort of stitching and Batman symbol. It definitely screams Jokerized Batman. His accessories, it's cool that they glow in the dark, but all the punch-out stuff is really just sort of basic and crappy. His cape, I actually kind of like it, the tattered bottom, a little attention to detail there. Now, if I were to rate this figure, I mean, looking at him, he looks good, just not great. I'd probably give him like a 6 out of 10, maybe 5.5. But if you take the price into consideration, $13, you get the figure, you get tons of accessories, a glow-in-the-dark, cloth cape, removable belt, masks for the other figures in the wave. It makes me want to give him like a 7.5, but that depends on how you're looking at it. You're looking at just the figure. Are you taking value into consideration? Because the value is unprecedented good on these basic figures. The quality is sort of mid, but upper mid, and for the price point, it's really amazing. So, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.